Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. Please be aware that we might not be able to release our episodes regularly due to power outages. Thank you for your understanding and for staying with us. My name is Artem, and here is the news. 856 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Yesterday, Ukraine marked its Constitution Day. In his video address on the occasion, President Volodymyr Zelensky noted that the defense of Ukraine is the matter of the entire Ukrainian people. Quote, "Our Constitution's first article begins with the word Ukraine. And from the first minutes of the war, millions of people proved that Ukraine really comes first for them. Everyone who thought, first and foremost, not of themselves, who understands that in times of war, a key duty comes to the fore. Article 17 of the Constitution, protecting Ukraine is the most important function of the state and a matter of concern for the entire Ukrainian people." Unquote. Alexander Syrsky, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, also called on Ukrainians to join the military. As, quote, "While respecting the rights, we must not forget the duties. It is only us who will defend Ukraine." Unquote. President Volodymyr Zelensky announced that Ukraine is drafting a clear and detailed plan to put an end to the war, which will be ready this year, reports Radio Liberty. During a press conference with Slovenian President Nataša Pirc-Musar, who visited Kyiv, Zelensky said that Ukraine will soon present its detailed vision regarding energy, food security, and prisoner swaps. At the same time, Kyiv is working on other points of the peace formula and preparing a comprehensive plan that will be on the table for all the partners. Quote, "It is paramount for us to present a war-ending plan that will be supported by the majority of the world. This is the diplomatic way we are working on." Unquote. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky informed that Ukraine managed to bring back 10 civilians from Russian captivity, reports Ukrainska Pravda. Among them is Nariman Jalal, deputy chairman of the Medjlis of Crimean Tatar people, who was captured in Crimea in 2021. Medjlis of the Crimean Tatar people is the single highest executive representative body of the Crimean Tatars. Among other released were two priests of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church, Ivan Levitsky and Bogdan Heleta, who were detained by the Russian occupation authorities in Berdyansk in November 2022. Olena Pech, an art historian and researcher at the Horlivka Art Museum, who has been detained by the occupiers since 2018, is also returning home. Another political prisoner, Valery Matyushenko, was detained by the occupiers in Donetsk region in July 2017 and later illegally imprisoned for up to 10 years. 5 other civilians were captured in Belarus and deprived of their liberty: Mykola Shvets, Natalia Zakharenko, Pavlo Kupriyenko, Lyudmila Goncharenko, and Katerina Bryukhanova. They have all been released and are now back home in Ukraine. The release of the civilian Ukrainians was carried out with the mediation of the Holy See. Russia continues its attacks against the Ukrainian cities. Russian missile hit a 9-story apartment building in the city of Dnipro, reports Suspilne. Several floors of the building were demolished. At least one person was killed and 12 more injured. Among them was a pregnant woman. Russian forces have dropped aerial bombs on the settlement of New York in Donetsk Oblast. At least 4 people were killed and 3 injured, including an 8-year-old girl. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.